Hello, welcome back. It's the second week of January already. It goes so quick, doesn't it? Incredible. And I'm standing down the front of the house because I realised when I moved here, this is the area I was standing in when I decided, yeah, this is the house for me. But I don't spend much time down here, so I've moved this table and chairs just further down here a little bit so I can come here, chill out, and when I want to just step away from things, I can have my coffee or whatever down here and just have a little think and ponder and work out exactly what I'm going to be doing around here. But anyway, second week of January. Hope you all had a good week last week. It goes really quick, but we got quite a lot to get on with. And last week I was being, I was gearing myself up. So we had the digger doing all the work, but now this week it's all down to me. But before I get started on that, as everybody knows, Christmas didn't quite go as planned. We're all in the same boat. And today, because everyone's okay, James and Christina have invited me around and a couple of other couples, and we're going to have an Indian to celebrate our Christmas. So I'll see you in the morning. Oh, a little bit hungover from last night. It was a good night, lovely Indian. Right, I'll come back to get the ladder from my brother and see if I can go back down that well again. A couple of weeks ago we saw a big, looked like a tractor of some description coming down the hill, and I think they were clearing the path. So I figured what I'll do is go up there and along the top and back down to go home. So we'll see exactly what that looks like, because I don't think I've been down this bit. That definitely looks freshly done, so I'll see how long I can dangle my arm out the window. Beautiful day, really warm as well. So where I'm standing now, you can use my shadow and my arm. That is my boundary line. So the well is very close to that, but I'm also higher up on this side than you can see down there. So I've asked Louise to get back in contact with that guy again and see if he can come back and remove all of the area around up to here and see if we can level it all with the ground level here. It will also help when we do get the rain to stop a load more debris going down there. But first of all, I do now have my 3-piece ladder, and I'm going to use the runs on that to measure how deep the water is, and hopefully we won't fall in. So wish me luck. Yeah. Shame we can't go down any lower. Oh, I've got wellies on. I can go down one run more. There we go. There we go. I can feel the cold of the water. It's such a shame I couldn't get down here before the water came up. Doesn't make too much difference. All I got to do now is take the water out. I just pump it out, put it somewhere, and then as it starts to come up again, it'll give me enough time just to see exactly what we got with these bricks, and hopefully we can rebuild what's already there on top of it. But as you can see, along where the brick line is there, all the soil has come down and sitting on top of it, and I need to clear all that away so I can rebuild bricks all the way round, and then I can get some stones, and I'm going to rebuild from there on up to the top with the stones, and then we can backfill it with whatever's lying around. I've just been taking out a bit there because I knew that when we get some rain, that's going to fall down. So I'm pretty pleased I was doing that. It also gave me a little bit of a chance to go down and ascertain exactly what I've got ahead of me. And it's fair to say that obviously that saved me an awful lot of time with that digger. I don't think it was going to be possible realistically for me to get all the way down just by myself. That would be ridiculous. I'll be doing it all year. But we're nowhere near the end. So the most obvious thing to do is when the tractor's here removing the soil from where I'm standing now and flatten it all out, he can then put the tractor here and then start scooping out from the sides. And obviously as he pulls up, lots of debris is going to go down into that hole. But if I can empty the water out at the same time, then once he's taken everything around enough from the outside, he can then go back down in there and take everything else out. And of course, there's going to be something left down there because it can't all get in the bucket. Then that'll be me down there and I can clean it, get the last few bits out of there and then start building it up again. So that's my plan. At the end of the last video, I was just tidying up this area here that dips down. And I'm just going to clear up as much of this as I can now, and hopefully we'll see a difference. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? So, as you can see, we managed to get quite a way down now. Very pleased with that. And I walk the dogs.
Wow, how did I let it get into this state? It's absolutely shameful. I'm embarrassed. And that seat as well. It's disgusting. It hasn't been cleaned for a while. And of course, I do use this for working and dumping stuff in it, but there's no excuses for that. So I think I'm going to spend the next few hours clearing this out. 3 hours later, we managed to get it fairly tidy, I have to say. I spent a long time hoovering, getting up all that dog fur and making sure that I went under the seats in all the nooks and crannies, cleaned the front as well. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Now, of course, I still have to tackle the ceiling in here because that looks awful. The door handle, the headrests and a few other bits and pieces. And I will be doing that at some point because it is nice to get away from the house and other things and tackle this. And the front's not looking too bad either. Now, this bonnet, I did a little bit of research on this and I'm convinced that I can probably do it myself. So I am going to tackle that this year as well. And if I do boo-boo, then I'm going to give it to the experts to do. Because after all, this car's got to last me a few more years. It's got some life left in it, so I should really be looking after it. Anyway, it's getting a bit later now. Sun's going down, moon's up there. So I'm going to walk the dogs and I'll see you in the morning. How big is he? Look.
So today we're at James and Christina's well because we want to rebuild the top and see if we can get the stones around there and get it nice and finished. So we'll see how we get on today.
Way down there, see if we can get that bottle.
Who'd have thought within a couple of days I'll be back down a well again, going on 5 meters deep, and it is clear because I can see the ladder in the water. But this will give you a good indication, and me, as to how these old wells were built with the stones, and that's what we're going to try and replicate on the top. And also we're going to use this sort of styling on the top of the bricks down in my well. So we've got a little bit of clearing up to do on the top, and then we're just going to rebuild the top bit because this bit here, nothing wrong with it, and then we can take some weeds out as well. Can you hold the ladder?
Oh dear. Oh, got it. Hey.
Inevitable stuff's going to fall in. So this gap was already here, and James wanted somewhere to put his pump, so we decided that we'd put the stone across there and I'll just fill in underneath it and give a little platform. But after about 20 minutes of doing this, we realised that it was actually quite low down, so we decided to start again, take it all out, rebuild the wall up to more or less the ground level, and then give it another platform so we had easy access to it over the top. Sorry? So what we'll do is we'll just get another one there, put one there.
That looks good.
And then we can,
On the top?
yeah, across.
Wait, do you want it like in the middle or do you want to rest it on that one?
Stick it in the middle and we can pack out the sides just in the stone.
Well, yeah.
Ah,
And you get round the other side.
we sort of like walk it.
Oh, that's good.
And then come this way. So we haven't done too bad today. We've managed to get the shape back now, and tomorrow we're going to carry on and see if we can get the top on. Top's always going to be the hardest because of all the pieces that you need to get together and jigsaw to get a nice flat surface. So we'll come back to that tomorrow. We're back at the well. Hello. So at the moment we've got the top layer to do and then we're finished on this well. I'm a little bit rusty because it's been a while since I've laid down these stones, but I think it's looking pretty good and hopefully we'll get it done today. Unfortunately, James and Christina's dogs, they don't get on too well with mine. So yesterday, Will actually managed to escape from mine and work his way here. I don't know how he got the scent all the way here, but he did. So today, James and Christina are locking their dogs inside. So I brought my two here who are itching to get in past this gate to get started on this. And on good news, the guys are coming back, not this weekend, but the following weekend with their digger to hopefully level out the ground around my well and clear it all a little bit more so that I can get started laying the bricks, which is fantastic news for me. And I don't think it's going to rain between now and then. So that makes it even easier. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's get started on this and see if we can get it finished. You want to go in, boys? No. Well, I just want to do this bit so we can get that stone on there. So I need to get rockery doodah. We were so close to finishing it, but we are getting close to the end of the day now. And we have to take into consideration that we had to lug all the stones from over the fence and bring the cement down from the top of the house as well. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. A little bit of pointing, finish the bit at the back there, and then level out the ground around the outside just to tidy it all up.
it looks a darn sight better than it did before. And as long as Christina and James are happy with it, then I'm happy with it. And of course, it now gives me a little bit of a practice for when I go down into my well. That's a pretty thick tree. I'll have a little sit down here now because we were walking in that direction, and there's normally a limit to where we can go because there's a fence with private written on it. But we went down there this morning. Shouldn't have worn 2 layers, I know that. And the fence has been taken down, so we snuck along there. Wasn't sure whether we were allowed to or not. But notice towards the end there's a post in the ground with a cycle on there, so I think that it's being opened up recently for cyclists and so on. So that means now that we've got a whole new area to explore, which is fantastic. Anyway, I'm hot because of that, because we went further than I thought we were going to go. We did really well this week getting James and Christine as well almost done. We're going to go back tomorrow and get that sorted out for them, get it all finished. And it's given me a lot of a boost, I guess, enthusiasm to get on with my well, especially knowing now that these guys are coming next weekend, because if they can clear the area as hoped, it means that I won't need to be going down the ladder and picking bits off the sides. I can just get straight down there, clean the top of the bricks, ascertain exactly what needs doing, and then lay some new bricks on there and then build the stones up. Now it's going to be a lot harder than James and Christina's. It's bigger for a start, and I'm going to have to be going down the well, but I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant when it's done, and I'm really looking forward to starting it. And it's going to be very tough as well doing that, and I'm going to be doing a lot of gathering for stones, I'm sure of that one. Anyway, look out for videos during the week. I'm going to try and do ones on Tuesday or Wednesdays, as well as the normal weekend ones, as and when. Yeah, that's it. Have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thumbs up and subscribe, and see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.